Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Day, I don't know, 158, 159, something like that on the Appalachian Trail. We are heading, last night, ended up staying at the Sterling Inn. It's more of a bed and breakfast, but they have a country store, and they also have bunk rooms for hikers. And they have one of the best resupplies of just about anywhere I've been. I mean, they have everything a hiker needs. It was amazing. There was a bunch of us last night, probably at least 10 of us. And they took us to the brew pub that was a little down the road. Had to ride in the back of the truck. It was cold, but it was pretty cool because they brought us blankets to wrap around in, on the ride back because it was getting dark. Had a good sandwich or a burger. It was actually the special of the day. It was a fried pickle burger. It had fried pickles on it. It's pretty good. And some great steak fries, seasoned steak fries. Then went back and even had some Ben & Jerry's ice cream that they sold at the country store at the inn. So that was nice. Got dropped off on trail this morning, and we are pushing to hit Monson by tomorrow, actually. I'm hoping today to get a good 15 miles in, hopefully. I do have two big climbs. One, we should have some pretty good views, and that one's coming up. It's about a mile up I'm fixing to go, and that one we should have some pretty nice views from, because it is a pretty nice day out. It's still a little chilly, but it'll warm up soon with the sun coming out. And then the other one, I don't know that we're going to have as many views from. Most of the views you have to go off trail for. I'm not doing that. I'm trying to make my push to get to Monson by tomorrow. If I can do at least 15 today, maybe a little bit more. There's a tent site at like 17. If I could do that, then I would be, or maybe it's 15, I can't remember. It might actually only be 15, the tent site. But if I do that, then I will put myself to hit Monson tomorrow, probably by lunchtime. If not, it'll be around lunchtime. I'm thinking it'll be about a 10-mile hike into Monson. Might be a little after lunch, I'm not sure, but it looks like the terrain after the second big climb today, it's pretty much going downhill towards Monson. So that's big. By the time you guys actually see this video, I will obviously be in Monson, and I will probably already be working on the 100-mile wilderness. So I have talked to my mom and dad. I'm going to be staying at Shaw's. It is one of the most iconic hostels on the trail, especially being in Maine, because it's it is the basically last town and last hostel before you get to Mount Katahdin. Basically between Mount Katahdin and Monson is the 100-mile wilderness. So if I do some slack packing, I can do half of it slack packing, which means I would carry only what I need. They would drop me off on the trail, and I would hike to a designated spot. It's usually 12, 15 miles. I think I can't remember what theirs is, but I'll find out when I get there. But you'll do that, and then they pick you up and you stay the night at the hostel again. So you don't have to carry all your heavy stuff. So basically my backpack would weigh hardly anything. I've only done 2 slack packs. So I'm definitely thinking I'm going to take advantage of this. My mom and dad said they wanted to do it for me. So that is amazing. and that'll really help push. And what that is also going to do is, because I'm so much closer than I originally thought, it's bumping up my timeline of when I'm going to summit. So I could technically, I'm looking that I will probably summit in roughly a week from tomorrow, maybe. Somewhere around then. By next Thursday or Friday, I should be finished with this journey. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I only have I think now I'm down to 100 and I don't know, maybe not 30, maybe 130 miles left, somewhere around there. I don't remember. I know I looked it up. So basically, after the 100-mile wilderness, the climb to Mount Katahdin alone is over 5 miles. So, and then once you get out of the 100-mile wilderness, it's like, I don't know, 5 miles, 4 miles to where I'll camp at the base of Katahdin. And then we will basically stay the night and wake up in the morning, pray it's a good day, wake up super early, and make the climb. There's multiple paths you can take. I'm not sure which trail I'm gonna take to go up to Katahdin. It's not like there's a designated Appalachian trail that you take up there. So, what is that? That's the path there to the Pleasant Pond Shelter lean-to, but we're not going there. So the next shelter is 9.2 miles, and that is Bald Mountain Brook lean-to, but we are going past that, and we're going to try to hit the tent spot. If we can hit the tent spot, then that's going to put us in an amazing place for getting into Monson tomorrow. So that's the goal. So that way it's almost like a Nero tomorrow. I know 10 miles isn't really much of a Nero, but out here it definitely is. So, and that way I can rest up and do laundry or anything I might need to do at Shaw's, and gear up and get myself ready to do the slack pack. So that's going to be awesome, or at least find out about it. So if for some reason I didn't do the slack pack, then what would happen is I'd have to sit down and figure out my days. And what I would do is they do offer another option that you can have a food drop halfway through the 100-mile wilderness. So I would definitely do that. That way I don't have to carry as much food. I would only have to carry 3 to 4 days worth of food at a time. That would definitely help a little bit with weight. The slack pack would definitely be a lot better. So we're gonna check into it. We're gonna see, even if I don't do the whole 3 days of slack pack, you know, I could at least do maybe a couple days of it. So anyway, another thing that I do want to bring up is when I hit the 100-mile wilderness, I'm gonna try tomorrow when I get into town. Tonight, I don't know that I'll have service to be able to, because I have not had much service up here unless I'm in town. Yesterday, the only reason I had any service was because I was at the Sterling Inn and they had really good Wi-Fi. I was able to upload one video. I know I'm still a couple days behind on videos. I'll try to make some tomorrow in Monson when I get there and try to get them uploaded pending service. But once I hit the 100-mile wilderness, there will be no videos until I pretty much summit. That's just, I already know I'm probably not going to have any service out there. And even when I hit Baxter State Park, the chances of me even having service are slim. So, yeah. So everybody might be delayed on the summit, but that's just the way it is, guys. So, anyway, I just wanted to give everybody an update, and we're gonna keep on getting up this big climb. Got about a mile up, and I'll see you guys at the top. All right. Oh my, look at that beautiful sight. But we're not at the top yet. It's gonna get better. But that is gorgeous. Glad to see all that big stuff behind me. All right, keep moving on. We just gotta keep climbing. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Been a rocky climb. But man, it's beautiful weather out. That's for sure. Whew. I think that's might be one of the Bigelows. It's too bad we didn't have a day like that up there. Well, on all the really crazy cool climbs, I've had rainy days or socked in, but that's okay. One day we'll come back and get it and get a good day. Just like Roan Highlands, I didn't have a good day up there. It was so miserable, cold and wet. It's like a tropical storm up there. So I'm definitely gonna go back and section hike that one day. Man. Definitely some beautiful views, guys. Maine is as rugged as can be, but it is gorgeous. And it just, I've never been somewhere where, like, throughout the hike, you know, you get a lot of places that, you know, you get the forest smells, but it's not everywhere. But here, it's been everywhere. All those pine forests. Oh my God, it smells so good. The air's so clean. Luckily, we don't have any of that. I guess those Canadian wildfires finally went out, so we haven't had to worry about that. But it's definitely been a gorgeous morning. And hopefully we get some little bit better views at the top, but I still got a little ways to go, so I'll see you in a bit. Well, guys, at the top, there's a pond down there. I was hoping to see it more from up high, but I guess not. All the trees grew in. No. I think we gotta climb maybe that mountain next. So, and then after that, it's time to put this baby in cruise control and head on into Monson. That'll be tomorrow. Won't be today. Can I get over that spot? It looked like maybe a better view over there, but I guess not. I'm gonna go tramping through the forest. So, yeah, not bad, guys. Not too shabby. Definitely feeling better. Feeling much more confident. I guess I just needed, oh, here we go. There's the summit. I was like, dang, they ain't even got a summit up here. Here we go. Mount Pleasant Pond Mountain. Not all of them have that, but you know, some do. All right, what we got here? Moxie Pond, 4.7. Moxie Bald Mountain, 9.2. That's where we're headed. So, I don't know that we'll see the top of the Bald. It is a separate off trail, and we all know how I am about off trails. I'll have to look and see how far off trail it is. See if it's worth it in the comments, but oh well. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Good afternoon. I'm walking through this beautiful part of the woods. It smells so good. Crushed pine needles. Oh, the weather's still gorgeous out. Making our way down the one mountain. And there's a shelter up ahead about 6 miles. But I think if I can get there fairly decent enough, I might go ahead and push on for the next climb, because there's a shelter right on the other side of it, and that would put me in a much better position. I don't know that I'm gonna make that tent site tonight. I think that was a little ambitious for the late start we got, so I don't know, we'll see. This trail's been pretty tough. You would think going down, but it's like jagged. Go down a little bit, then go back up, then down a little bit, then back up. So I think we're getting close to the end of that nonsense, at least for this mountain. And should be coming up. We'll be right by Moxie Pond. I think we'll be by the river coming up in a couple miles that flows to it. We're gonna stop and take a break and see what our timing's looking like. I can't hike as late as I wanted to before because it gets darker earlier now. So like the other day, I got in at 17, almost 17 and a half miles. But by the time I set up camp, it was already getting dark. And that was at 7. So, and when you're completely covered by the woods, by 6 it starts getting pretty dark in here. So I just have to see where I'm at. If I make it to that shelter by 4:30, I could possibly make the climb up and over because there's not really much to see. It doesn't look like on that mountain. And sorry, I had to go around a tree. And yeah, we could probably make it down to the other shelter. So that would make it to where tomorrow morning, get up early, and it's pretty much all nice cruising downward until right before Monson. And then there's a little bit of it up, but not much. So that's the game plan right now, guys. But figured I'd just show you a little bit of this beautiful forest. See a little bit of mountains out there. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get back to it, and we'll see you in a bit. Good evening, everyone. We are at the end of the day, and look how cool that is. That is a blood moon. We are cowboy camping on top of the mountain. And we've got, I know you can't really see it. Oh, there you go. We have a beautiful, beautiful sky full of stars and a blood moon. This is pretty cool. I'm glad I decided to cowboy camp up here tonight. It's gonna be a little chilly. I've got my thermal underwear pants on, my hoodie, I've got a t-shirt, I've got my puffy jacket, and my beanie, or for my Canadian friends, my toque. So that is so freaking cool. Oh man. It's a little cloudy over there, but I'm glad I looked up and saw that. All right, guys. Well, we had a pretty good day. Didn't get quite as far as I wanted, but I'm not upset with my decision right now because I am looking at the most beautiful stars in the sky. I mean, it is incredible where I'm at. So far away from any lights, any cities. So it's gonna be an awesome night. Fall asleep under the stars and get up early in the morning, and we are making our push to Monson. I got about 14 miles to do in the morning. So if I can get up early, it's all pretty much downhill and flat. So I got a little bit of downhill in the morning, about a mile and a half, if that, and then pretty much flat walking. So we should be in Monson hopefully around 2, maybe 3 o'clock tomorrow, and figure out our game plan for the 100-mile wilderness. We have 133.8 miles left, guys. That is it. So anyway, hope everyone has a good evening. That's my red light. Yeah, as you can see, here's my setup. So yeah, no tent, just cowboy camping. So all right, guys, well, hope everyone has a good night, and I will talk with you all in the morning. Just another view. Look at it. It's almost like a sun. How crazy is that? Holy cow. That's zoomed way out. I didn't even let you see the stars. There you go. Oh man, it is so amazing. I'm so glad I decided to do this. Knowing I don't have many days left here. This right here was totally worth it. All right, guys, I hope everyone has a good night. Just wanted to show one more time.